of your hobbies, you collect memorabilia from famous crimes.
I don't. Everyone thinks that. Fans send it to me. Somebody did send me a John Wayne
But you
Gacy
keep
painting.
it.
Well, what are you going to throw it out? Somebody, you know, I have it in the guest room, so the guests don't stay long.
Throw it.
You know. The only good one I do have. Patti gave me the glasses she had on when she was arrested. She had on the cover of Time and Newsweek.
Wow.
Yeah, I did put them in the guest bathroom.
Yeah, I saw
You
those in the bathroom. Yeah.
And I
keep
have
them.
lost every pair of sunglasses in my whole life. I mean, we all lose our sunglasses. These damn things.
Tell OJ about it.
These things turned up in a file cabinet, and I just kind of realized John would like them.
But I don't collect the stuff. People send it to me.
But people do. It is on eBay. There are many auction sites.
Yeah.
They sell things like Gacy's. You can buy John Wayne Gacy's paintbrush from prison, $30. Crime scene from the Manson murders for for $62. Richard
62? Who came up with that price?
This is eBay.
Right.
Richard Ramirez's doodles for $27.
I would think the proper judge of that would be the parole board. Would think it would be a very thing to use against ever paroling anybody that was a famous, notorious murderer who was selling their notoriety. Would mean they were not rehabilitated and they were not sorry. So I think the parole board would be the final judge on
Well, what does it say about the people who wants to buy the stuff in the first place? I mean, they're just as sick, because who wants to give these people what they were after in the first place, a little bit of notoriety? I mean, we're taking killers and losers, and we're doing something to perpetuate their crimes and give them this aura. I think we should absolutely put a stop to it and stop the trade of it completely. Just like we don't let them write stories and get movie rights and earn money for it.
So you want to put a government stop on this?
Absolutely.
But aren't there Republicans for getting government out of our lives?
I didn't say I was a Republican. You made me into a Republican.
What are you?
Yeah.
I'm an independent.
An independent what?
An independent who just happens to believe in patriotism and decency. What's so novel about that?
I think I'm patriotic too. I think it's a great country that I'm allowed to make these movies in, to have complete freedom to go beyond the pale.
John Wayne Gacy painting? Well, you want that? You're going to hang it in your house?
It's in a guest room, so the guests don't stay long. It serves a purpose.
Yeah, it's not by the Warhols.
I have the same thing. I have Jim Jones, the record of everybody killing himself. I put it on at the end of a party. Everyone leaves.
But you're not an anthropologist.
It's like blinking the lights.
You're not an anthropologist. You're not a behavioral scientist.
Yes, I am.
You are.
Certainly, I use all that. I just made a movie about a cult. So certainly, I am an anthropologist in a way.
Well, if you're doing a documentary, that's one thing. But just to hang around that stuff, that's quite another, I think.
Well, I don't hang around. I don't rush into my house after being away for 6 months and run up and look at the Gacy painting.
I mean, I think to each his own. To really, and it shouldn't be illegal. I think
I've seen a lot of terrible things that people collect, and
French provincial furniture.
It's like putting the picture of it's like
Avon perfume
Dylan
bottles.
Klebold and Eric Harris on the cover of magazines. I mean, now we know when we look back at the Columbine murders, that's what these kids wanted. They wanted that kind of notoriety. If we send a cultural message that if you kill, that's it, buddy, you're locked away, or you've got a needle in your veins and it's over. Look, Charles Manson should have been dead a long time ago instead of still making basement tapes from prison.
Yeah, but you don't believe in abortion. You probably think that's murder.
Yes.
Yeah, see, I mean, I guess I can only reconcile myself with that opinion if you think of the death penalty as making abortion retroactive.
But we're still letting Charles Manson recruit from prison.
He's famous. This is America. You know, I made Serial Mom about that. I used that as one of my movies, and it came true even.
Right. And the people who
it's a satire. You know, certainly America worships fame. I'm not saying that's good either.
But I know people who actually fall at the altar of Charles Manson, so to speak. They think he's a hero. They still think he's Jesus, God, the devil, and everything else.
Kids have to have something to look up to, you know?
I mean, that's a little much.
You got to take a commercial. We'll be right back.